Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant good evening, and we welcome you here to Seneca as we get set for high school softball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indians Sports Network, as it's the 2-2 Carthage Lady Tigers versus the 2-2 Seneca Lady Indians. I'm Ben Walcott, joined by Coach Daryl Harbaugh. Our studio producer back in the KNEO studios is Luke Taylor, your countdown to first pitch sponsor, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Daryl, it is a new start for this Seneca Lady Indian softball team. Had 4 games in the Aurora tournament over the weekend, but a brand new coach for them as well, as head coach Cassidy Barclay picked up her first 2 wins over the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, last year, Ben, I think we only had 10 girls, and 6 of them were seniors. So we got a young team out there today, a lot of freshmen coming up, and getting 2 wins in a tournament to start off the year with, that's pretty good. I mean, I've looked at the score sheets here, and they're not bad. They're starting to, maybe play some that look like they're playing like they're supposed to play. I mean, field-wise.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, you have basically 3 returning players from last year and then a 4th that has played previously. She's not necessarily new, but did not play for Seneca last year and is back as well. So 4 returners and basically 9 newcomers for the Seneca team this year.
Well, if you can get them to gel together, that's what we always said, Coach, if you can get them to gel together and have fun, play hard, you're going to be able to compete. And that's what they've done over the weekend. And looks like to me they've done a very well job. They never got blown out. They were always in the game, always fighting, lost a couple of them by 1 run or by one run. And you're always in the game. And that's good.
Yeah, they beat Aurora 4-3, lost to Joplin 6-5, CJ 7-3, beat Hillcrest 6-3, and then you really get into the heart of this schedule starting next week. Daryl, they have 4 games in 5 days. They start with Neosho next Monday, Mac at home next Tuesday, on the road at Cassville next Thursday, home against Logan Rogersville next Friday, and we always joke how you can get 30 games in about a month and a half.
Yeah, they do. They just cram them in there, and and sometimes that's a good thing. Just being on the road and knowing that you're going to play day after day, and and just a few practices in between. So when you have this few girls, get this straight, they get a lot of playing time in their position, and they get better faster. Let's put it that way, at being at the same spot all the time. They get better at it, and they get more used to it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, it was a freshman, Kinley Summer, that actually picked up the 2 wins for this Seneca team, and then Abby Jamrose took the losses, but Jamrose had to face Joplin and CJ, so, a little bit tougher competition, but like you said, you lose by a run to Joplin, you lose by 4 to CJ, and guess what? You're seeing them both later in the year in non-conference schedule anyways.
Yeah, and, none of them, of course, it's a tournament-wise, and it's time restricted, but none of them in 7 innings. Jamrose went 4-2, and just lost it there in the bottom of the 5th inning. They had them tied. Okay, when you go into, you're only down, you had to lead at CJ you're down by 1 after 3 innings. You're in the game, and so it's those ones like that. You're in the game, and you're playing hard and doing things right. And the ones and how they got by. I mean, with Aurora making 6 errors, I'm looking at the deals. Yeah, making 6 errors, they won the game. But you got to make six errors. Okay, that we got beat by Carl Junction 7-3, but we had 4 errors. CJ makes none. We say this in baseball, Ben, walks and errors. If you can keep the errors down to a minimum, you've got a chance to win.
Go ahead, take a 3-minute timeout. Come back with more of the preview after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
Get set for battle here this afternoon. And Darryl, this Carthage team also 2-2 overall. They won their first 2 games of the Morrisville tournament pretty handily, 13-1 and 8-0, and then lost to Bolivar 7-5 and Republic 6-5. But, you know, those are some pretty heady teams that they lost to. That's
2 good teams right there in Bolivar and Republic. They've always had good softball teams in that area. So, that's nothing right home. That's nothing to sneeze about. Carthage is always – they've always had teams that will compete. Now, you know, they've had trouble. I wouldn't be surprised if they just basically always had a winning record. But I don't know how many district championships they've had, but they're always right there competing.
Part of the problem for Carthage is being one of the bigger schools in the area. You're in Class 5, and like this year, you have Carthage, Joplin, Neosho, and 5 Kansas City schools. So that's where you run into those problems sometimes.
That makes it tough. But especially being from down here in the district, sometimes get spread out either east or west, and you're down here packed in the corner in southwest Missouri. So when they come to district time, they try to find a neutral, so close by, where everybody doesn't have to travel. And that means all these teams around here usually got to travel.
Starting lineups here tonight, brought to you by Prairie Top Chiropractic. First for the visiting Carthage Lady Tigers. Leading off is the second baseman, number 4, Maya Williams. Batting second and doing the catching, number 7, Cadence Stiles. Batting third and doing the pitching, number 8, Lottie Youngblood. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, number 35, Kylan Stonebreaker. Batting fifth is the designated player, number 2, Tori Buck. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, number 5, Emmy Stark. Batting 7th and playing third base, number 29, Alyssa Smith. Batting 8th and playing left field, number 14, Lily Purinton. And batting 9th and playing center field, number 1, Elizabeth Willis. Their extra player, flex player, is their right fielder, number 12, Abby Barton. Now the starting lineup for the Seneca Lady Indians, coming in at 2-2 overall. Leading off is the shortstop, number 25, Cordy Hancock. Batting second and playing second base, number 5, Jolie King. Batting third and playing first base, number 26, Abby Jamrose. The cleanup hitter is the pitcher here this afternoon, number 15, Kinley Summer. Batting fifth and playing catcher, number 10, Rayleigh Davis. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 22, Ava Berry. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 11, Josie Andrews. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 33, Rose Card. And batting ninth and playing center field, number 1, Olivia Wade. So, Daryl, like we said, a whole lot of new faces for the Seneca Lady Indian team here today.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some in the past, but there's a whole lot down there of young girls. If they'd ever stick together, they could have a pretty good team here in the next few years. Not saying they don't have a good team now. They're going to have a team that can compete right now. We know Jamrose is a good pitcher. She'll always be out there on the mound competing and a good hitter. But so is that Summer girl, a freshman girl coming up and throwing and competing too. And I was looking at her hits. She's been hitting the ball well. Hancock's been hitting some well. King's getting some hits. Boy, if they can do that, they're going to compete and they're going to score some runs.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to talk to Cassidy last Thursday, and, she said their goal is to compete for a district championship this year. It's a lofty goal for somebody that is in their first year and only has, 3 players back, basically. But when you got the pitching that you do in softball, all you need sometimes is one good pitcher. We've seen it with Diamond. We saw it, in that state championship game. I forget the girl from Warsaw, but, she was their workhorse, and that's really all you need. And it looks like Seneca's got 2 pretty good ones this year.
You've seen how hard it was. I mean, how hard on the girls it was last year. They took Nevada, which is a district champion. They took them to the 7th inning, Ben, and had it right there if it wasn't for an error, too, in the 7th inning when they got beat. I mean, they had them. They had them beat and just lost it in a couple errors. So some of those girls down there have been there. They've been right there at the top level and playing with them, and that's just going to carry over to this year.
Looks like the storms have passed us by here. There was, some nasty-looking weather as we were coming in around 3:45-ish, but right now the skies look pretty nice out. Hopefully it stays that way. Right now we're just waiting on our umpires to get here.
you need to mark this on your calendar this August, because
we're in September, but
or September, August, September. You're not going to get this weather every year for August and September. Fact is, I think we're having like October weather here in August, September. My wife's talking about that. How cold is it going to get? And I said,
it's not cold.
I said it'll turn around in October and be hot. So it's pretty nice weather. The cold fronts have moved in, and we need some more rain in this area. They got a lot of rain just south and west of us, down through Arkansas, Veneta, Arkansas area. It was they got a lot of rain, but up in this area we didn't quite get as much. But what little we got, is greening the grass back up. We just need some more rain along the way. I hate to see all the girls get rained out or anything like that, but as well as I do, those farmers out there, they're begging for more around here.
Well, the umpire has shown up, so we should be getting pretty close here to start time. I'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Looking for a personal checking account with real rewards? Open a Community Choice checking account at First Community Bank and earn up to $200. Get $100 when you set up direct deposit and another $100 after just 15 debit card purchases. No monthly service fee, free online and mobile banking, and interest paid on your balance. Open your account today with just $50 and start enjoying the perks. Call 888-780-8391 or visit firstcommunity.net for details. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See Bank for complete details.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians!
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A-Plus Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Here this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like football where you're right there together and the referees have to try to find you out. You're in softball. Baseball gets in, sometimes they get into all whites or something like that. Softball's here where it's all blue. I mean, you can tell who's who out there, if you're running, if you're not. Well, you can tell that.
So this is the first time I've seen that. It looks like new uniforms for Seneca. The red socks, blue pants, blue tops, white trim, and white numbers. Carthage, the white socks, blue pants, blue tops, white trim, and numbers here this afternoon. And, we always joke about how big a ballpark this is baseball-wise. It's still the same softball-wise. The fence is obviously a little bit different because of the 200 feet fence instead of, the distances there. But foul territory, this has to be one of the bigger areas in the 4-state area, regardless. I say it every year, regardless of softball or baseball. And, Seneca's been practicing on this since June, so I think this is something that they're used to. It may be something that Carthage has to get used to because they haven't been here for a couple of years.
Well, Carthage still plays up there at the sports complex. I think they're still grass field, and it's a little bit tight. Their field is tight. I know when we were up there covering it and watching a few games up there, a lot of foul balls get hit out at that area. A lot of foul balls get hit out because the fence is not that. Everything is tight. This one here, the third baseman and the first baseman got a lot to cover, and the catcher got a lot to cover down there in the foul territory.
So it should be interesting to see. I mean, and with Seneca too, I mean, you have some players that have played here, but with a bunch of new players, I know they've been practicing, but, practice is a lot different than game situations when it comes to foul territory.
Well, I think that if the girls come up freshmen, I think the junior high plays here too as well last year. So they kind of seen the ball field enough, but it's just kids can get used to whatever they get the ball field. They don't care. They just want to get out there and play.
So it should be a fun one here between Carthage and Seneca. And Daryl, like we said earlier, Kinley Summer gets the start for Seneca, and she has both Seneca wins here today. A non-conference game, maybe feel like more non-conference-wise, start her rather than Jamrose.
Well, I mean, who we got coming up next is I can't remember the schedule being right off bat. Is it Mac?
No, Neosho Christian. Neosho is next week is the next game that I have them playing.
Well, and she may throw Jamrose that week, and
well, next week I think you probably throw them both because you have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh yeah. I was going to say, but she may be pitching in Neosho too, and then let Jamrose get against McDonald County, Cassville, that sort of thing when you get into conference play. Who knows? I mean, you've got a freshman who's throwing in varsity softball games, and she's learning how to compete.
Well, you think about it, Daryl, I think it was, Jamrose's freshman year, Seneca won the district, with a freshman pitching. So, obviously you would rather have probably Jamrose pitching one of those games, but, freshmen can easily pitch at this level as well.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they get a lot of playing time in the summertime. They get travel ball all over the place. So, they get a lot of playing time and a lot of things. So they're used to pitching, and you can come out here and you can throw strikes. That's the key. Can you throw strikes, and can you keep the walks to a minimum? And let's see if we can't keep the errors to a minimum. Then we can compete.
And, I mean, that first game, I think you said, against Aurora, 6 errors, and you've kind of seen them been able to have that come down a little bit game by game. And so, obviously, that's something that you're hoping continues to improve as the season goes along.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, when you get those kids out there and they're playing in the same spot over and over and over, so you get that right there. They get used to playing where they're at.
We'll go ahead and take a 90-second timeout for the national anthem here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride. At Missouri.
Set for action here between Carthage and Seneca. Once again, Carthage looks like this. Maya Williams leads off. Caden Stiles batting second. Lottie Youngblood third. Kylan Stonebreaker is the cleanup hitter. Tori Beck is batting fifth. Emmy Stark sixth. Alyssa Smith seventh. Lily Puritan eighth. And Elizabeth Willis ninth. The flex player is Abby Barton. Seneca in the field will look like this. Left to right in the outfield. Josie Andrews in left. Olivia Wade in center, and Rose Card in right. Left to right in the infield, Ava Berry at third, Cordy Hancock at short, Jolie King at second, Abby Jamrose at first, with Rayleigh Davis catching Kinley Summer here this afternoon. And Daryl, that infield for the most part, except for maybe the third baseman, are players that have played a lot of softball. And Hancock, King, and then Jamrose up first.
Well, played some softball here. Hancock at shortstop. King played second base last year, and she played a little right field, second base. She's kind of versatile player out there. Rayleigh played behind the plate. She's played the catcher last year, And Jam Rose, she's played some first base. I guarantee she's played first base in time. When she was here before, she played right field. The girls can play. The one to third base.
Ava Berry.
I've seen her throw a few times. Looks like she's got a pretty good arm. She's got a good glove. If they can just keep the errors down to a minimum, let's get this game started, Ben.
As first pitch this afternoon is going to be at 5:05 p.m., and it is a gorgeous day for sports here in Southwest Missouri as that first pitch is low. Counts 1-0, 79 degrees, mostly cloudy skies here this afternoon. We're past the top of the 5 o'clock hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM, Neosho Joplin, live online at kneo.org. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And the 1-0 is low as well. And the count now 2-0. We always say it's the dirt, but technically it's the turf.
Yeah, throw it in the dirt.
Threw it in the brown
stuff.
Yeah,
she's thrown the last 2 pitches low, so let's just make some adjustments on a release point.
As here comes the 2-0, and that pitch is inside. Maybe low as well, and the count now 3-0. We always talk about walks and errors, especially with a leadoff batter as well. Don't know much about this Carthage team, but you would have to think Maya Williams probably a speed person at the top of the order, as that 3-0 is inside for ball 4.
Yeah, that's kind of what you don't want to do, is let them, just let them have the base. You kind of make them want to earn it, and I know she's not trying to. She's not trying to. She's just trying to get into the game right now. Maybe she'll settle down and start throwing some strikes.
As Cadence Stiles comes to the plate here for Carthage. See if Williams decides to run at any point. The first pitch is outside for a ball. It counts 1-0. Right now, Summer having a little bit of a hard time finding the strike zone.
Yeah. Just settle in. Let's just throw some strikes.
So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And the 1-0 is outside, and nice block there by Davis as they were able to keep it from Williams getting to second, as Summer going to go out and talk to not Summer.
Yeah, Barclay. Coach Barclay is going to go out. Just try to settle her down a little bit, you know.
Six straight balls to start the contest. So,
well, as we always said, it's hard for your teammates to help you out if you can't make the other team have to hit it. And that's what good pitching is. It's like good pitching is not, I got to throw it hard enough where they can't. No. Throw it in there and make them have to beat you. And let the girls behind you make the plays. And that's what they're trying to do. She's a freshman. Just settle down. Relax and let's just throw.
So 2-0 the count here on Stiles with the runner at first. But while you were sneezing, Davis had a nice little block there to keep the runner Williams at first base. I don't know if you saw it or if you were sneezing.
No, I ripped the headphones off and got away from the mic as far away as I could. It came on quick, Ben.
As here comes the 2-0 pitch. And she squares to bunt. And it's stolen base. Apparently that's a ball, as they call the count 3-0. Apparently she did not square.
That looked like an awful good pitch right there. I mean, that wasn't in the plate. That looked like knee high, right over the thigh high, right over the plate. I don't know what was going on. I thought that was a pretty good pitch.
As here comes the 3-0 pitch. That one is on the outside corner, and the count is 3-1. So Summer gets a strike. Let's see if she can settle herself in now.
Yeah, just settle down, throw strikes.
3-1 the count. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Here comes the 3-1. That pitch must have been low for ball 4. Looked like it was over the plate, but it must have been low.
It was over the plate. It must have looked like maybe an off-speed pitch that just dove down.
As we have a courtesy runner, Anna Willis is going to run for Stiles at first base. As Lottie Youngblood will come to the plate here for Carthage. So still nobody out here as Summers trying to find the strike zone. So here comes the first pitch. That hits the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. She gets ahead of her there, Daryl. That's kind of...
It's always a good thing, though, that first strike.
So here comes the 0-1.
There you go.
That's low. Runner... No, it is in there for a strike.
Yeah.
Counts 0-2. The runners advance.
Kind of popped out of Riley's glove there. It looked like it hit her in the palm, or the heel of the glove, and just couldn't get it. Bounced out in front of her is what it did, and that allowed the runners to advance.
I think you have to call that a pass ball, not a wild pitch. And it counts 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. That pitch is hit to first. Jamro's going to tag the bag. The runners do advance and score on the fielder's choice. So it's a ground out. She does get an out, but it's an RBI ground out for Lottie Youngblood as Kylan Stonebreaker will come to the plate. As here comes the first pitch. And that pitch is a little bit high for a ball. So the count is 1-0.
Home.
As here comes the 1-0, and that pitch is over for a strike. And the count now 1-1. And Daryl, I think, Jamrose in that situation, you're just trying to get an out, and so that's all you can do.
That's all. That's the only play she had. Just let's get an out, and that's what she should have done.
As here comes the 1-1. That one is high, and the count is 2-1. 2 balls and a strike here on Stonebreaker. As here comes the 2-1 pitch. That pitch is lofted in the air down the right field line, and it's curving foul, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 the count here on Stonebreaker. Sponsors here this afternoon, Campbell Vidicum Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic. 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's a big second out there for Seneca as Tori Buck will come to the plate.
Now to bat for Carthage, Tori Buck.
So 2 outs here, and she went off speed on that one. Looked like a changeup.
Yeah, that was a changeup, and she, off speed and high, but she went after it.
So here comes the first pitch, and that one swung on and missed. So the count is 0-1. Daryl, I think the way the inning started, I think you'll take only giving up 1 run in the top half of that inning.
Oh, absolutely. If we can get this out right here, just 1 run, absolutely, you take it.
As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Late swing again by Buck. Counts 0-2. I think you stick with that because she's proven she can't keep up with it. Sometimes you think, get ahead of yourself, throw a changeup, but
sometimes it's just like, no, throw it. Throw the heater, throw it by her, make her have to hit it.
So here comes the 0-2, and the ball gets past Davis. The wild pitch is going to allow the run to come in and score. So 2 runs in the inning here, and the count is 1-2. Just off the edge of the mitt there of Davis.
Yeah, that's the ones we got to prevent.
As here comes the 1-2, and that pitch is just outside, maybe high, and the count's 2-2. Wow. It's a very tight strike zone, at least here at the beginning of the night. 2-2 the count here on Buck. Here comes the 2-2. That off-speed pitch Jamrose can't get to. It goes foul. On the first base coach, the count remains 2-2. Head coach of Carthage is Stephanie Ray, assisted by Sydney Peters, Samantha Slates, and Stormy Cossey. Head coach of Seneca is Cassidy Barclay, assisted by Susan Beville.
That was a good pitch there from Sommer. It's just and just fooled her. Barely got a piece of it.
Comes another 2-2, and that pitch is high. And the count's full as Buck has worked it from 0-2 to 3-2. Full count offering coming up here on Buck. So the Suns trying to make an appearance here. So here comes the full count pitch. 3-2 is in there for a called strike 3, and she's able to tag her to end the inning for Carthage. 2 runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the first. It's Carthage 2 and Seneca coming up.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank. We can do that.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
Cordy Hancock leading off the bottom of the first here for Seneca. She takes a ball low, counts 1-0. Hancock, King, and Jamrose are the 3 due up for the Lady Indians. Summer would come to the plate if anybody reaches. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. That pitch is hit up the middle on a couple hops to shortstop, and the shortstop can't dig it out, and Hancock is going to get to second base on the E6. I mean, that was a good play by the shortstop to field it, but Stark's just a little bit low to first, and the first baseman is looking into the sun.
Yeah, she couldn't handle it, and like I said, you put the ball in play. Hit the ball, put it in play. Sometimes good things happen.
As Jolie King comes to the plate. Summer bats 4th, Rayleigh Davis 5th, Ava Berry 6th, Josie Andrews 7th, as King swings at the first pitch and fouls it off to her head coach. This counts 0-1. Josie Andrews 7th, Rose Card 8th, and Olivia Wade 9th. We'll get you what Carthage looks like in the field here in a minute. Just a lot going on here in the first couple minutes of the bottom of the first. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. So now King needs to protect here with 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Here comes the 0-2. The pitch in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher. So the count's 1-2. I mean,
job by King just laying off of that.
Yeah. You know, softball, I think it's kind of Little League distance, like 46 feet.
Yeah,
that ball
much.
traveled about 40 feet. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's 1 down as Abby Jamrose will come to the plate here for Seneca. As Lily Puritan is in left for Carthage, Elizabeth Willis in center, and Abby Barton in right. Left to right in the infield, Alyssa Smith at third, Emmy Stark at short, Maya Williams at second, and Kylan Stonebreaker at first, as that first pitch is just inside. So the count's 1-0. So it's a battery of Lottie Youngblood pitching to Cadence Stiles. 1-0 the count here on Jamrose. That pitch is outside, and the count's 2-0. And you know, I saw something that said Jamrose was something like 7 of 9 for the weekend. She was hitting the ball hard all weekend long.
Yep.
That 2-0 pitch is hit right to the second baseman, throws to first in time for the putout. The fielder's choice does allow Hancock to get to third, as Kinley Summer will come to the plate. Summer hit her first career home run in the game against Hillcrest. I know it was over the weekend. I believe it was against Hillcrest. But when you can have back-to-back powers with Jamrose and Summer, I think you're doing something right.
Yeah, and Jamrose hit that ball hard. She's hit right to her.
That ball down the third base line, foul, as head coach, that's EC.
Yeah, got an error on Coach Barclay down there.
As Hancock had to dive out of the way as well. 0-1 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. That ball in the dirt. A good block once again by the catcher there.
Well, if we could just get a base hit here, you know, or something, we'll get a run in.
Well, we talk about how walks and errors kill you. The 2 walks came in and scored for Carthage. You'd love for that error to turn into a run if you're Seneca. So that pitch is in the dirt, and the count now 2-1.
Good block by the catcher down there. She
has been very busy, especially here against Summer.
Well, just to keep the runner at the base, you know, third base. Of course, you got to watch this backstop, Ben. We've talked about that in the past.
The 2-1 pitch is hit to Stark at short. She throws to first in time for the putout. And that will end the inning for Seneca. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We're through 1, 2-0 Carthage here on the KNEO, Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half priced, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
And we welcome you back, as it'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up here for Carthage. Emmy Stark will lead things off. Alyssa Smith batting second. Lily Puritan will bat third. And if anybody reaches, Elizabeth Willis will come to the plate. So 2 runs in the top half of the inning for Carthage. As here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1.
There we go. Let's throw some strikes. Let's make him have to hit the ball.
So here comes the 0-1 pitch. That pitch is hit on a hop to King. King throws to first in time for the putout. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the second. So Alyssa Smith will come to the plate.
There you go.
Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon.
Good snag by Jolie King. That'll make her better make her dad. Sorry,
husband.
That'll make her dad happy. Will King.
You know something that I think nobody else does.
Yeah.
1-0 the count here on Smith. But the key to Stark there too, Daryl, was getting ahead.
Sure, absolutely. Throwing strikes and making them have to hit the ball.
So here comes the 1-0. She swings and misses, and the count is 1-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Carthage College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 1-1 the count here on Smith. This is our only Seneca softball broadcast this week, as that pitch is high and the count is 2-1. Might be their only game this week as well. Light week before you get into a bunch of games these next couple of weeks.
Yeah, they start piling up quick.
As here comes the 2-1. Lofted in the air, foul, and it's going to sneak into that Carthage dugout. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count.
Abby almost got to Abby Jamros on the first base. She almost got there.
But the ball went in the dugout.
Well,
so
yeah, jump in the dugout.
2-2 the count here on Smith.
That's what I've been telling Hagan if he was over there. But, yeah, get in the dugout. It was good hustle, though.
1 out here in the top of the second. Here comes the 2-2. And that's high, and the count's full at 3-2. The 2 walks came in and scored for Carthage there in the first. You'd love for no walks here in the second. Comes the full count pitch. And that's high and outside for ball 4. So a 1 out walk as Lily Purinton will come to the plate. The other thing that does, unless they can get a double play here, Daryl, is they'll be able to clear the bottom of their lineup as well.
Double plays are very hard to get in softball. A true double play.
Yeah. I was going to say, unless there's a line drive like right at Jamros.
Yes.
So here comes the first pitch. That ball is popped in the air down the right field line, foul, and it goes out of play. So the count's 0-1. Actually went into the Carthage bullpen. And after that rainstorm came through, it's turned out into a nice afternoon.
Looked like there's a pretty good little rain up north of us.
Yeah,
good thunderhead.
0-1 the count, as Davis going to go out and talk to Summer for a second.
Well, something's going on in the dugout. I think I don't know what's going on here, but
something happened. She wants to wipe her sleeve off. I'm very confused. Did she just need to wipe her arm off?
I'm not sure, but I don't think the coach wanted to cross the line because that would have made a visit. I'm not sure that counts as a visit to the mound.
I'm very confused on what happened.
Yeah, it sure looked like she needed to wipe her hand or something.
0-1, hit to second, and it gets by King. The runners will stay at first and second. And, that's a nice hit by Purinton, but you also have to wonder there, Daryl, a little bit. Did, Smith get in the, and there's nothing wrong with this, but did Smith get in the line of sight of King there and affect that a little bit?
Yeah, that's what you're trying to do. As you're a runner, you just dodge the ball, but if you can get in front of them, mess them up a little bit, yeah, that's part of it.
So runners are at first and second now as they fake a bunt. Nobody's at second as they had the wheel play on, and so Davis charges all the way back, bringing...
That's when the center fielder Is that Olivia Wade out there?
Yes.
Yeah, she's got to know that she's got to cover second base.
0-1 the count here. Still 1 out. See if Willis squares again. She does square again, and that's bunted foul. So the count's 0-2, and this time Wade comes towards home plate.
I imagine she got a visit from the. She probably got let's say a message from the dugout. Let's put it that way.
0-2 the count here on Willis. As here comes the 0-2 offering.
Oh.
And that pitch is high, and the count's 1-2. It's not that high, but it's a little bit.
I understand.
So the count now 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. That 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. That's a big second out for Seneca as Maya Williams will come to the plate. And all those storms are north of Seneca. Like you said, there's a nice little batch near Joplin. But
little spot in there, someone's getting rain. A little spotty rain, but we are good here. I mean, great weather for a softball game.
So here comes the first pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. Carthage has gotten back to their top of their order in Maya Williams. Walked and eventually came in and scored in the top half of the first. As here comes the 1-0. That pitch is poked out in the air. Right fielder is going to come in and snag that. That's Rose Card out there in right field. That snow cones it for the final out of the inning for Carthage. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We're through 1.5. It's 2-0 Carthage.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Hi, I'm Pastor Rod Van Gorkum of First Baptist Church Seneca, and I would like to take a minute and share about grace. What is grace? Grace is when someone gives you something you don't deserve. See, I haven't done anything to deserve God's forgiveness, but He gives it by His grace. I haven't done anything to deserve God's love, but He gives it by His grace. I haven't done anything to deserve.
Getting to heaven isn't just about putting enough good on one side of the scale to balance the bad on the other. It's about fulfilling a death penalty, the one we deserve for our rebellion against God. None of the great moralities or great religions can pay the death penalty for our sin. Only Jesus Christ's death on the cross can do that. You have to look to Him as the only one who can save you. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM. That's 888-NEED-HIM.
Rayleigh Davis will start the bottom of the second here for Seneca. She takes a pitch on the inside corner. The count is 1-1 as she took a ball to start the inning. 5, 6, 7 due up for Seneca. Davis, Barry, and Andrews, Card, and Wade are due up behind them if anybody reaches. 1-1 is hit.
There you go.
On a line into left field. It's a leadoff single for Rayleigh Davis. The leadoff runner is on here for Seneca. See, I don't think they have a courtesy runner. Are they going? They looks like they may have a courtesy runner for the catcher, and we'll.
There she comes. Finally.
And we're gonna have to wait and see what number that is.
Yeah. Long hair, it always helps, doesn't it, Ben?
Yeah, I think it's 11. which would be Josie Andrews.
Or is that 17?
17.
17.
Abigail Elliott.
Abigail Elliott
will run for Davis.
Well, Davis is the one that got her knee hurt
a couple years
ago. Yeah, collided at home plate
in the Joplin tournament.
Yeah.
So she missed most of the years. That ball is hit
There you
through
go.
the left side for a single for Ava Berry, who was swinging off the very first pitch, and the runners are at first and second here for Josie Andrews.
First and second, no one out, Ben. Let's see if we can't get a little rally going and come back.
Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast. With the bottom of the lineup here, you wonder about bunts, but it's 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
As pitch is outside for a ball, so the count's 1-0. So the first two have reached here for Seneca. Trying to respond to the 2 runs that Carthage got in the top of the first. The 1-0, it hits the bat. It wasn't trying to swing, but it hits the bat, and it's foul, so the count's 1-1.
The look on her face when she basically trying to get out of the way, it was a little high and tight, and it hit her bat. It's like, that happens.
1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1. That pitch is in the dirt. Good job by Stark blocking it. Not Stark, excuse me, by Stiles blocking it.
Stiles done a great job back here so far, first two. She's had a lot of them, low pitches like that.
2-1 the count. That ball is hit to third. Only play is to third. It is a 6-5 put out. And there is one down as the fielder's choice still has runners at first and second for Rose Card. So 1 out here. Runners still remain at first and second.
It was about hit the only place they could get a play at third. That
yeah, it was
fast
heading
one to
towards.
shortstop.
Yeah, she was headed towards third as that one is blooped foul towards the Carthage dugout. It counts 0-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, and Huddle Springs Church of Christ, all sponsoring the broadcast. That ball is hit slowly to second, throws to first in time. It's a 4-3 put out. The runners do advance on the fielder's choice, so runners are at second and third for Olivia Wade. And Olivia Wade is probably more a slap hitter. Unfortunately, she's batting from the right side, so you don't get that, a little bit more of a head start.
Yeah, I don't know. I have not seen Olivia bat, so see if she can't at least hit it.
That pitch is outside and low, so the count's 1-0. Love for her to find a way to get on because then you get back to the top of the order. As Cordy Hancock is sitting on deck.
I'll just get a base hit and see if we can score a couple runs.
So here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. And the count is 1-1. The sun has disappeared again.
Yeah, it's partly cloudy. We're still good.
Yes, here comes the 1-1. That pitch is hit slowly. If it stays fair, she would have been safe. But it rolls foul. Counts 1-2. That was right in front of Barry, who probably made the smart decision in not trying to go home.
Yeah.
Because there's no force play there. 1-2 the count here on Wade. Seneca has had runners in scoring position in both the first and now the second innings. 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Have to throw down to complete the out, and that will end the inning for Seneca. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they strand 2 in the books. It's 2-0 Carthage.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
Forbes asked and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
Caden Stiles to lead off the third inning here for Carthage as she walked and scored in the first as that ball is blooped down the left field line. It's a fair ball, and going to second and in at second base is Stiles with a leadoff double. And Darrell, that one was just tailing away from the left fielder there, Josie Andrews, who didn't have much of a play. Nothing she could do there as you're going to have your courtesy runner as Annie Willis will run for her.
No girl land out there. Just blooped over third baseman, spinning away. Left-handed batter, spinning away. I mean, there's nothing you can do with that one.
A lot of young blood comes to the plate. She grounded to first her first time up. So here comes the first pitch to Youngblood. That pitch is blooped down the right field line and foul. Counts 0-1. Evan at the Neosho Daily News. Wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. 0-1 the count here on Youngblood. Long look in by Summer. As here comes the 0-1. That pitch is back up the middle and through for a single. They're going to hold the runner at third base. A sharp single there for Youngblood, but a good job by Wade to get it back in quickly. And now you're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher, as the courtesy runner is going to be Brecklin Abbiati for the pitcher. So you got two courtesy runners out there for Carthage right now. Annie Willis
is the catcher and the pitcher.
Yeah, is at third for the catcher, and Abbiati is at first for the pitcher. Runners at first and third for Stonebreaker. Struck out her first time up. Sometimes, like we say, Darrell, second and third time through the lineup. That ball is lofted in the air. Runner have to go back to first. The run's going to come in and score. It's a sacrifice fly for Stonebreaker, who picks up an RBI. It looked like a hit and run there because the courtesy runner was off on the play.
At first base?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Tori Buck will come to the plate here for Carthage.
Either that or she was stealing anyway. First and third, she was going to steal.
So one out here for Buck. As they square ball. Davis actually blocked it, but the Abbiati was kind of off on first movement, and the ball a little bit in the dirt there. You don't really have much of a play.
No, you don't.
So counts 1-0 here on Buck, and the runner in scoring position again. Right now, Darrell, the difference is Carthage has taken advantage of their runners in scoring position, whereas Seneca hasn't. As that ball is hit through the right side for a single. They throw to second. They're going to throw home now, and the runner is out at the plate. Now they have a run at second, and she is safe at second base. It's a single for Buck. She'll take second on the throw. I think so that's going to go 9-6-2 on the putout. And I think
good throw by Hancock, too.
I think Abbiati was not going to come until they went to the second base and shortstop.
Right.
And then they center, and at that point you've lost your momentum, and a good throw by by Andrews to Hancock,
Right.
And then a good throw from Hancock to Davis.
Yeah, Hancock to Davis. Hancock threw it right on the button. All Riley had to do was catch it, put the tag down on it, and, she was out by, 5 feet.
Well, and you think about Card there in right field. If that's not a good throw.
Oh, yeah. She didn't throw it to second. Everybody did what they was exactly supposed to do.
So 0-1 the count here on Stark. Here comes the 0-1. That hits the outside corner, and the count's 0-2. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. They visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC and equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. As I think Stark called time. As the count is 0-2 now on Stark, who grounded out to second her first time up. So the 0-2 is hit foul towards the Carthage dugout, so the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Count remains 0-2. Love to leave that runner stranded at second base, especially after the nice play that they made in the field.
Yeah.
So here comes another 0-2, and that's inside. Good block by Davis behind the plate. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, KNEO 917 Sports. Our next Seneca broadcast is on Friday night. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Popped foul, back to the screens. The count remains 1-2. Seneca football heads to Mount Vernon for another Big 8 clash.
2 tough places to play back-to-back.
Cassville on Friday night came away with the win, 33-26. And now Mount Vernon on Friday night. And Mount Vernon will be motivated after losing to Aurora last Friday. The 1-2 is high and off the tip of the glove of Davis. So Buck takes third on the wild pitch. Aurora scored with 15 seconds left in that game to beat Mount Vernon. So Mount Vernon's going to be all kinds of motivated. Seth Wilson will join us for the call of that one, as 6:15 is the pregame show. Kickoff slated for 7. If you can't make your way to Mount Vernon, you can find the video stream on our website at kneo.org. Deuce is wild, 2-2, and she jams her, and good job by Stark to get a piece of it.
Staying alive.
She has 3 foul balls here, and the count's 2-2. Not that these things matter to people, especially Daryl, but the media poll has Seneca as the number 1 team in Class 3.
Well, yeah, I can understand that. We've been there twice, and, I can understand we're the top dog unless someone knocks us off. Got a bullseye on her back.
It's the 2-2 up the middle. It jammed her. It goes to Summer, throws to first for the putout. That will end the inning for Carthage. 1 run on 3 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 1. 2.5 in the books. It's 3-0 Lady Tigers.
My name is Bob Hampton. I'm the minister for the Hollow Springs Church of Christ. Has anybody ever made a promise to you but failed to keep it? May have been a family member or a friend. A lot of times people will make a promise, and for some reason they fail to keep them. But I know someone who always will keep his promise. In fact, the scriptures talk about Jesus making magnificent promises, precious and magnificent promises. And when Jesus makes a promise, he'll keep it, because Jesus is the same today, yesterday, and forever. He cannot lie. In fact, John chapter 14, verse 1 and following, let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. You can count always on Jesus to keep his promise. Promises made, promises kept. I'm Bob Hampton for KNEO Radio.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neo Show Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
Back in. 4, 3, 2.
Cordy Hancock will lead off the third inning for Seneca as it's the top of the order. Hancock, King, and Jamrose. Anybody reaches Summer will come to the plate. So here comes the 1-0. I think that's high. The count's 2-0.
We need to get something going right here, Ben. Top of the lineup.
Daryl, you think about it, Seneca has almost as many runners in scoring position as Carthage. It's just Carthage has taken advantage.
Yeah, they've got the hit or two at the time. We haven't.
So that one is low and inside, and the count's 3-0. Love for Hancock to get on, especially with the meat of the order coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, top of the lineup right here is set right now. Score some runs.
The 3-0 taking the entire way, and that's over for a strike. This counts 3-1. You might even be taking on this pitch, too.
If it's not in your wheelhouse.
So here comes the 3-1, taking the entire way, and that one's over for a strike, and the count's 3-2, and so now got to protect.
Well, it looked like that'd be in her wheelhouse. That was right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah, just maybe a little bit slower than you would like. That pitch is hit to the left side and past the diving shortstop. So Hancock reaches for a second straight at bat. As Jolie King will come to the plate here for Seneca.
Jolie King.
There you go.
So the leadoff runner is on.
Let's get off to another good start here and put some kids and get some runners in scoring position and see if we can't score a few runs.
As King comes to the plate 0 for 1 with a strikeout. See if she can. As that first pitch is swung on and missed, so the count is 0-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Seneca has put 4 different runners in scoring position. A tough play for the third baseman, and with King's speed, theoretically she might make it, but I think you have to give an E5 on the play. As it's down the line, but runners are at first and third here for the Lady Indians.
I agree, Ben. I don't think she would have got Jolie out anyway just because she's so fast. But that was a hard hop or something, an off-skew hop that might have had some spin on the ball.
As Jamrose comes to the plate, grounded out to second her first time up. That pitch in the dirt, good block by Stiles. Counts 1-0. These next 2 hitters are the 2 hitters you want to have up with runners in scoring position if you're Seneca.
First and second, no one out, Ben. I can feel a big inning coming on.
That pitch is roped through the right side for a single. They're going to send the runner home. There is a play at the plate, and she is safe as runners will be at first and third here for the Lady Indians. That's an aggressive send. But Seneca able to come in and score to make it 3-1. As Kinley Summer will come to the plate here for Seneca.
That was a good throw, good close play at the plate, and good hustle by Hancock to get there.
As Summer thought Coach Barclay had something she wanted to say to her, and she said, nope, just go ahead and swing the bat.
We might be seeing if we can get Abby Jamrose down to second base.
That first pitch, they throw back behind King, who's back safely. I think that first pitch was a ball. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, they've got it. I don't know. I never seen the hand come up.
Nope, they called it a strike.
They called it a strike.
That's why I say don't quote those things on me. Counts 0-1. That pitch is fouled off, and the count 0-2, and so now she's got to protect. I think Carthage was thinking maybe, Seneca would try and send Jamrose. So that's why they threw behind King. But you almost wish that, Jamrose was going to second because she would have been at second easily.
Well, that may be the reason Summer let that first one go. Thought maybe Jamrose might be trying to steal second as well. So
0-2 the count here on Summer.
Got one. We need two. Get some 3 more. Still nobody out, Ben.
That pitch is high for a ball, and she's worked it to 1-2. Still needs to protect here with 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. You know, if it's close, you got to swing.
Here comes a 1-2, and she swings and misses at the changeup.
Yeah.
Third strikeout of the day for Youngblood as Rayleigh Davis comes to the plate. Davis singled her first time up.
Needs another one here. We got him in scoring position, Ben. We need to get her in.
Ground ball would probably do it as that first pitch is high for a ball and the count's 1-0. With how deep the shortstop and second baseman are, King can score easily.
She can score as long as Rayleigh gets down without the double play.
1-0 the count here on Davis. Popped in the air, and the shortstop calls for it, and that's about the only way that Seneca probably could not get a run in there, as there's 2 outs for Ava Berry, who singled her first time up. That's a very interesting bat. Colorful bat.
We used to call that California camouflage. Never know.
So that first pitch is high and inside for a ball, so the count's 1-0.
See if Barry can get us a hit right here.
The 1-0, and that pitch is in the dirt. Count is 2-0.
Laid off that changeup. That's a pretty good pitch.
If you could get Jamros in a rundown, try and get King to score, but that's sometimes a little dangerous.
Yeah.
2-0. That hits the outside corner. Counts 2-1. I think she missed her spot, but it was over the strike zone. Count now 2-1.
Barry doesn't really hug the line, so the outside part is. She's long-armed, though. She can reach out there with that bat.
Comes the 2-1. That ball is yanked to the second baseman, but it goes off her glove, and it's an RBI single for Ava Berry. As Jolie King will come in and score here for Seneca. So runners will be at first and second now for Josie Andrews.
Good hard hit, and the second baseman's looking right into the sun. It's a tough play.
I was going to say, I think you have to give a hit.
Yes, I would.
As there's 2 outs. Another run in for the Lady Indians. As Josie Andrews comes to the plate, she reached on our fielder's choice her last time up.
We've been threatening every inning, Ben, and now we're finally getting some runs in.
Jamros at second. At first is Barry. So that first pitch is high. Counts 1-0. Jamros trying to take an aggressive lead over at second base. Don't want to get too far off the bag and get picked off behind you, but have a pretty good secondary as that ball is yanked down the left field line. It is a foul ball, but she hit that one far.
I'm telling you what, who's this?
Josie Andrews.
Andrews, she's not a very big girl, but she hit that one a ton.
We're nearing the top of the 6 o'clock hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM, Neosho Joplin, live online at kneo.org. 1-1 the count. That pitch is low, and the count's 2-1. And Daryl, it's that changeup.
There's that change, yes.
And, they're doing a much better job starting to resist it.
Well, it looked good coming in, and, it just dives on her. That is a tough pitch.
So here comes the 2-1, and that pitch is yanked foul. And the count now 2-2. Seneca has got 2 runs back, only down by a run here, and threatening in the third. 2-2 the count here on Andrews. So here comes another 2-2 offering. And she gets a piece to stay alive. So the count remains 2-2, and that's exactly what you need to do because it was over the strike zone.
Yeah. She wasn't for sure and just kind of stuck her bat out and got a piece of it.
So deuces remain wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Look for the changeup right here.
2 runs in here in the third. There it is, and the ball is hit to left field, and it's over the left fielder's head. One run will come in and score. They're going to send. They will hold the runner at third base, so it's an RBI double for Andrews as Barry will get held at third. But that ball was hit hard, and it was the changeup, Darryl.
And she waited on it well. I mean, she waited on it perfect and caught it right there over the strike zone. Burnt the left fielder. Well, I was hoping she would send her. I was hoping she'd send Barry.
As now Card comes to the plate, grounded to second her first time up. So that pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. I think she didn't want to make the third out at home is the thing.
I can understand.
1-0 the count. Here comes the 1-0. That ball is hit past the pitcher. Second baseman throws to first in time. That will end the inning, but Seneca gets 3 runs in the inning on 4 base hits. There was 1 error, and they strand 2. We're through 3. We're tied at 3 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Historians will probably call this present era in the Western world that we're living in the age of anxiety.
Billy Graham.
This generation is dying not from external pressures, but from internal combustion. In other years, men feared death. Today, they seem to fear life. God has never promised to remove our troubles, problems, and difficulties, but God has promised His peace, a sense of assurance and security in the midst of trouble and conflict. What we need to do is to get our eyes on Christ, idolize Him, worship Him. He will never fall nor fail. Be that kind of a follower of Christ. And you can say with Paul, for me to live is Christ. His grace, His peace, His assurance, His security will be mine.
It's easy to let troubles distract you from the joy and peace that Jesus offers. We can help you get your focus back on Jesus. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
New pitcher in for Seneca. Abby Jamros will come in and pitch here in the 4th. She will start off against the bottom third of the lineup here for Carthage, as it'll be Smith, Puritan, and Willis. Anybody who reaches, you get back to the top of the order. So Summer went 3 innings for Seneca, trying to tally up her official statistics here. And I can't talk and do math at the same time, so we'll just get this as we keep going. So here comes the first pitch from Jamros. That first pitch is looped, and the first baseman goes and catches it.
That's Barry.
So Barry moved from third to first.
Right.
And I think Summer's now at third base.
I agree with you, Ben.
So that's a pop out to the first baseman. So Lily Puritan will come to the plate.
That's a tough play, too, looking right into the sun, catching that little blooper on the run.
You know, this may have been, as that first pitch hits the outside corners, counts 0-1. You know, this may have been the plan the entire way, Darryl. You know,
that might have been, yeah.
Have Summer go 3 and then Jamros potentially go 4. Especially if this is your only game this week. Get them both some action, as that one's popped foul. Back to the screen, the count's 0-2. Puritan hit a single her first time up. We obviously don't know those things, but, you know, this could be a calculated move by Coach Barclay.
Well, yeah, with only one game this week, you know, get both pitchers a little bit of work.
And we'll get you Summer's final line here in a minute. She will not have a decision in this game because the game is tied at 3. That ball is hit to first. Barry going to field it, and You know, sometimes they say the ball will find you.
Yeah.
And she moves from third to first, and it's found her twice as Willis comes to the plate. So Summer, a no decision, 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. She liked the number 3.
Yeah, and we scored 3 runs to back her up.
As here comes the first pitch to Willis. That is outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. Numac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So here comes the 1-0. She's trying to bunt her way on an excellent play by Summer, and that will end the inning here for Seneca. A diving play by Summer to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 3.5 in the books. We're tied at 3.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
3 runs on 4 hits in the bottom half of the third to tie it. So they sent 8 batters to the plate. Wade takes the strike, so the count's 1-1.
3 up, 3 down in the top of the 4th, Ben. Let's see if we can't turn this around and take a lead this year.
You mean this game, not this
year?
This inning. This year, too. I mean,
this year.
It is their first game this year, but...
First game at home.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. 1-2 the count.
Let's see if we can't
we'll get this figured out eventually.
It
between the two of us, Tweedledee, Tweedledum.
It may be this way all year.
1-2 the count here on Wade.
She needs to get a base hit right here.
Get back to the top of the order.
Yeah.
Hancock has reached both times. That ball hit on a couple hops to short. A long throw and a nice throw by the shortstop, Stark. And there's one down. That one kind of spun away from her, Darryl, a little bit, too. The turf kind of made it spin funny as Cordy Hancock will come to the plate.
You get them funny hops on turf when you get they get that spin on it.
Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast. And, Darryl, after getting 3 runs, getting that shutdown inning was very important for Seneca. And now, like you said, see if they can take a lead here.
Get top the lineup here where we did the damage last time. Right here, Cody. Let's get us taken off. We got 1 out, but that's all right. Let's see if we can score a run or 2.
1-0 the count here on Hancock. She's respaced both times, once on an error and once on a single. Comes the 1-0. That ball is hit down the third base line, foul. And the count's 1-1.
Well, it didn't miss it by much.
1 ball and 1 strike here on Hancock. 1 out. Instead of deuces are wild, ones are wild.
Ones are wild right now.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Just doesn't have the same, pizzazz. That ball is hit to shortstop. Stark has been busy here in the inning. And there's 2 up and 2 down quickly for Jolie King, who reached on an error in the third, eventually came around and scored. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Four State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau, Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, all sponsoring the broadcast. 2 outs for King, who swings and misses, and the count's 0-1. 2 outs here in the inning. Seneca's been trailing throughout. They tied the game in the third. You'd love for them to get a lead here as that one swung on and missed, and the count 0-2.
There's that off-speed pitch right there. Jolie just way out in front of it, diving before it gets to the plate.
And don't be surprised if that changeup is coming. She loves to go to it, does Youngblood 0-2. And it's swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. Quick fourth inning in the books. No score between either of those two teams in the fourth. We're tied at 3 through 4 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Styles and Youngblood as Williams 0 for 1 but reached on a walk and scored in the first. It's popped in the air, foul. Davis couldn't find it, and the count's 0-1. And, you know, you notice a little bit of a difference here for Seneca and Jamrose and Summer, and some of it just might be, you know, experience, you know, a freshman compared to a senior, but you know, Jamrose is getting in on the hands of these Carthage hitters a lot more than Summer was through 3 innings.
Yeah, she jammed that one off her hands and couldn't do anything with it.
So that pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 0-2. Sometimes have to hesitate because they call it, but it takes them a little bit to signal it. 0-2 the count here on Williams. Here comes the 0-2 offering. That pitch is yanked down the third base line, foul. His count remains 0-2. Couldn't quite get it out one inside as much as she was hoping.
I think Jamrose took something off of it and slower pitch, and that's the reason she got around on it so far. Pulled it down the line.
Count remains 0-2 here on Williams.
I'd be surprised if you don't see one go a little bit faster this time. Take the speed.
Comes another 0-2. She actually looks like she had it slow again, but jammed her a little bit more, but that one's foul, so the count remains 0-2. As Davis needs her mask redone a little bit there on the outside. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News, wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. And Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. They visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. Count remains 0-2 here on Williams. She hits it on the outside corner. Nice diving effort by Hancock, but couldn't get it. And that's really the only play that they had with the speed of Williams. If you don't catch that in the air, it's going to be a single.
Yeah, she's not going to get that off the hop. And Cordy made a great play at it. Great hustle, just diving to try to get there.
Stiles comes to the plate. She's raised base both times, hit a double in the third, reached and scored on a walk in the first. She scored both times. So the pitch is outside for a ball. It counts 1-0. Not sure if there truly is a bump play on or if they're faking it.
Well, they might have wanted to see, she can turn around there just to see the rotation of the kids in the field. Maybe that's what Coach is wanting.
So 1-0 the count here on Stiles. Squares again. Pitch is outside, and stealing second is Williams. 2-0 the count here on Stiles. Still nobody out, so now a runner in scoring position. Seneca has not had a lead in the contest here tonight. You love to leave that runner stranded at second. 2-0. That ball gets by, and Summer at third. A late grab of it, and the count's 3-0. The runner's at third. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio, and follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. The 3-0 hits the outside corner, and the count's 3-1. Now Jamrose needs to bear down, see if she can get a couple strikeouts here.
It's going to be tough to keep her at third base.
They're basically playing for an out. If it goes to first or third, you can potentially go home, as that one swung on and missed. The count's full at 3-2. If you're at third or first, you could potentially go home, but that ball is hit up the middle. You're giving up a run.
Yeah. And that's what they're doing. They're backing off. But
so here comes the 3-2 from Jamrose, and that ball is popped foul. Back to the screen, so the count remains 3-2. Carthage hitters are doing just enough to keep themselves alive. What you can ask for is to get a piece. The count remains full at 3-2. Comes another 3-2 offering. That's outside for ball 4. So runners will be at first and third now. Still nobody out. And I think you're going to see your courtesy runner in Annie Willis, as a lot of young blood comes to the plate. Young blood is grounded out to first and singled. She has an RBI.
Might see a steal here.
So here comes the first pitch, and pitch is inside. Runner takes second without a throw. So there's your stolen base.
Yeah.
Trying to see if the runner at third would leave at all. Pitch was inside. That's what the umpire said, so the count's 1-0. Comes the 1-0, and that hits the outside corner, so the count's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Youngblood. Again, it's going to take a lot for Seneca to not give up a run here. There comes the 1-1. That hits the inside corner, and it is caught by the third baseman, Summer. She snow-coned it, but that's all you can do, and, you got an out there.
That's what you need to do right there. That's what we need to happen. Just like a couple innings ago, Ben, we had them, for second, third, nobody, and they popped it up right behind the shortstop or right behind the pitcher. It's like an easy out where you can't go anywhere. That's what we need right now.
That first pitch is low for a ball. So counts 1-0. Stonebreaker 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout and a flyout. Both of those were against Summer. Summer's made a couple good plays over there at third base for the Lady Indians. As here comes the 1-0, and that is outside and low. So counts 2-0. Think about it, Daryl. It was to end the 4th inning, she made that diving play, and then that one was a little bit of a diving play as well.
Yeah, absolutely. She's made a couple good plays in this game.
It's the 2-0 is low, and the count's now 3-0. Don't really want to load the bases here if you're Seneca. 3 balls and no strikes. That pitch hits the inside corner. Counts 3-1. Need another pitch just like that. I need another 2 just like that. As here comes the 3-1. That ball is popped in the air. That's deep.
Long.
And that is a home run, I believe, for Kylan Stonebreaker. It's a 3-run shot, and it is 6-3 Carthage. As she brings all 3 of them in to score. That's what happens when you can get ahead, as Stonebreaker has 4 RBI on the afternoon now. As Tori Buck will come to the plate with the bases clear.
Number 2, Tori Buck.
So 1 out still here as Buck comes to the plate. That one is popped out of play. So the count's 0-1.
That's the one we needed to avoid, Ben. That was a good hit. She hit a good one. I mean, Abby came at her. Had to.
So here comes the 0-1. And that pitch is high and inside, so the count 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. As we're here in the bottom of the 5th. It's the reason why Stonebreaker is the cleanup hitter. So here comes the 1-1, and she does not offer at it. The count's 2-1. They are going to check and say that Buck did not go. Buck 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st. Once again, Darryl, except for that 3rd inning, Carthage is taking advantage of their runners in scoring position. And the pitch is high and outside, so it counts 3-1. Seneca able to do that in the 3rd, but they also stranded runners at 2nd and 3rd. They have stranded
couldn't get
6 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, couldn't get the hit at the right time. I mean, we got 1 good hit and a couple of hits.
So that is high and outside for a walk and ball 4. 1 out walk as Emmy Stark will come to the plate. She has grounded out twice, once to second and once to the pitcher.
Number 5, Emmy Stark.
As this is the 6th batter in the inning here for Carthage. Once again, top of the order started at much. That ball hit her in the helmet?
Well, hit her in the bat first. I know that. But I don't know.
Looked like the helmet moved.
Well, the pitch was at her head.
Yeah. Trying to duck out of the way.
Probably trying to duck, yeah.
And bat got hit anyways. 0-1 the count here on Stark. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed, and the count 1-2. And Jamro's trying to jam all these hitters on the inside corner. Now the home run she gave up, I think she was trying to do that to Stonebreaker, and Stonebreaker able to get her hands inside of it. Comes the 0-2. That's outside for a ball. It's count 1-2. 1 out here in the 5th. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That pitch is hit to 3rd. They're going to throw to 2nd, and they're going to say it's a bobble and safe at 2nd base.
Kind of a low throw there, but I thought Jolie hadn't kept it, but maybe she's bobbling it too much.
I mean, I don't know what you give that. an infield single because she beat it out?
I call it, I hate to say it, but
E4?
E4, yeah. I mean, it should have been caught. You could say that.
Yeah, the runner at first would be a fielder's choice, but the second base would have to be an E4. As pitch was high dismissed, the count's 1-0. She popped out to first her last time against Jamrose. Swings and misses, and so the count's 1-1. Seventh batter in the inning here for Carthage. A long inning here for Jamrose on the mound. So here comes the 1-1. Popped foul. Daryl, if that screen wasn't there, I think I called it. And the count's
I might have had to
1-2.
call you off, Ben.
Saying I'm a pitcher and can't field for myself.
Well, that might be. I don't know.
The count's 1-2 now on Smith. One out here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Jamrose. That pitch is yanked foul, and that one's going to go towards the Seneca dugout. Stay foul. The count remains 1-2. One out here in the top of the fifth. Looking for a second out here for Seneca. Comes another 1-2. That pitch hits the outside corner for strike 3. This is the first strikeout of the afternoon for Jamrose. As Lily Puritan comes to the plate, she grounded out to first her last time. She's 1 for 2. So there's 2 outs now here in the top of the fifth. That pitch is fouled back to the screen, so the count's 0-1. Three runs in the inning so far here for Carthage. Jamrose trying to limit that damage to just those 3 runs.
Yeah, we need to leave it at 3.
So here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is outside, and the count's 1-1. Runners are at first and second. Carthage has led throughout. Seneca tied it at 3 in the third. Swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. Carthage 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third. So far 3 here in the fifth. Seneca 3 runs in the third inning. Seneca will have the meat of their order due up here in the bottom of the fifth, 3, 4, 5. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that will end the inning. For Carthage, they get 3 runs on the inning on 2 base hits. There was an error, and they strand 2. 4.5 in the books. It's 6-3 Carthage.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
Looking for a personal checking account with real rewards? Open a Community Choice checking account at First Community Bank and earn up to $200. Get $100 when you set up direct deposit and another $100 after just 15 debit card purchases. No monthly service fee, free online and mobile banking, and interest paid on your balance. Open your account today with just $50 and start enjoying the perks. Call 888-780-8391 or visit firstcommunity.net for details. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See Bank for complete details.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options, including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Abby Jamrose to lead off the bottom of the fifth here for Seneca as that ball is hit up the middle. Tough play for Stark. She can't field it. I think you have to give a single there for Jamrose because that was a tough play for Stark to make, and the leadoff runner is on as Jamrose now 2 for 3 as Summer comes to the play. She's 0 for 2. Seneca wants to start a rally. These are the girls that are going to have to start it.
Well, that means 0 for 2. That means she's due, Ben. It's right here. She's made a couple good plays out in the field. Let's see her make a good play here at the plate.
That first pitch is lofted in the air to right field, and the right fielder going to come over and snag it. That's Barton over there. She hit the ball hard, but what'd she do, Darryl?
Just popped it up.
She hit it right at somebody.
Right at somebody. Right fielder had to move a little bit, but...
As Rayleigh Davis will come to the plate here for Seneca. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, sponsoring the broadcast. So that pitch is inside, and the count's 1-0. Just missed that inside corner. Davis, being a catcher, probably knew that was inside.
At least she thought it was.
It's the 1-0, swung on and missed. It gets away from the catcher enough for Jamrose to take second on the wild pitch. Good read there by Jamrose. Get herself in scoring position.
See if we can get a base hit now. We got one girl in scoring position. Come on, Rayleigh. One good hit here.
1-1 the count here on Davis. That ball is hit to left field. Left fielder, it goes over her head, and it's going to bounce over the wall, so a run will come in and score. It's an RBI double for Davis, and Seneca gets a run back.
There you go.
I think the left fielder misjudged that one a little bit, Darryl. It was hit harder than she thought.
That's twice she's been burned out there on over her head.
As Ava Berry comes to the plate, she has had 2 singles her last 2 at-bats.
We can start chipping away at this thing here. Let's get Ava Berry going here.
It's the colorful bat again.
Yeah.
What'd you call it?
Well, California camouflage.
So that first pitch is inside for a ball. So counts 1-0. I think last time, she hit a single after that. So.
Well, yeah, that's what we used to call it. It was the California camouflage, little bright colored shirts and all that. Courtesy runner coming in, I believe.
And that's
Rayleigh.
Number 17.
Yep.
If it's 17, that would be Abigail Elliott. As here comes the 1-0. Pitch in the dirt, gets back to the backstop. And so Elliott will take third on the wild pitch. And the count's 2-0 here on Berry.
This is the first time that the catcher, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry.
Cadence Stiles.
Stiles has let a couple of them go. She's been a wall back there the whole time.
Now the entire infield, the whole team is going to come in for a meeting with head coach Stephanie Ray. I don't think I've seen this before. She brought the whole team in. While we have a moment, I want to thank some of our sponsors, Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, and Community Bank and Trust. And, I think Coach Ray may have been frustrated by the one out in left field, too. And that may be why she brought everybody in as well, saying, hey, that's one that you probably should have caught.
Yeah, and the left fielder knows it, too. I mean, she's probably just bringing them all in and say, boy, girls, settle down and throw strikes and let's get out of this.
I think that pitch must have been up because I think that's a ball and the count's 3-0.
Wow.
Not sure where that one missed, but.
I don't either, but, that's.
Had to be high, and the count's 3-0.
She had that strike zone the whole time, though.
That pitch is low for ball 4. So Berry reaches for a third time as Josie Andrews comes to the plate. Andrews doubled her last at-bat, and now we're going to see a pitching change because Coach Ray is coming out again.
Second trip to the mound, we're changing.
So we do have a pitching change as it will be number 10, Maddie Hill, coming to the plate, or coming in to pitch. Take a 60-second break, come back with the change after this on the KNEO Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Maddie Hill will come in and pitch here for Carthage. Youngblood, 4 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. She's given up 4 runs, 3 of them earned, but she's responsible for the runners at first and third. I think there are a couple other changes out there because I saw somebody sprinting in from left field somewhere, but I'm not sure what the other changes are. Youngblood, I think, went to third. She may have gone to left field. I don't know where Youngblood went. That first pitch to Andrews is swung on and missed. The count 0-1. She's 1 for 2. She's hit the ball both times. Somebody different playing third, I think. I don't think. That ball is ripped to left, and the left fielder can't make the catch. One run will come in and score. They're going to send the runner to third base. So Andrews has hit the ball hard these last 2 times. Another RBI double for her, and runners are at second and third. That was a nice effort out there in left field. Runners are at second and third for Rose Card. If you can get it past the pitcher, you have potential for that tying run to come in and score. So that first pitch hits the inside corner, and it's in there for a strike. Trying to see what number is at third. I think that's number 5, which Emmy Stark would have moved from shortstop to third if that's the case. And maybe then Youngblood would have gone to short. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
0-2 the count here on card. Tying outside. The count is 1-2. So now 5 runs have been given up by Youngblood, but the book is not closed quite yet because the runner at third is still her responsibility. 1-2, she does a good job laying off, and the count's 2-2. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, all sponsoring the broadcast. 2-2 the count here on card. Pitch just inside, and the count's 3-2. That one looked good, but again, Daryl, she's been calling it tight all night long.
All night.
The count's full here on card. 3-2 is swung on and fouled off. So she gets a piece to keep herself alive. Count remains full. If you can get to Wade, worst case scenario, obviously you want those runs to come in and score, but you have the top of the order in the 6th. The 3-2 is in there for a called strike 3, and there's 2 down. As Wade comes to the plate, grounded out to shortstop, her last time out.
Number 1, Olivia Wade.
Again, can you get a timely hit here for Seneca? They scored 3 runs in the 3rd, but they stranded runners at 2nd and 3rd. So that one swung on and missed. The count's 0-1. You've scored 2 runs. You have runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, I know.
They had a runner at 2nd in the 1st. They had runners at 2nd and 3rd in the 2nd. It's a broken record, Daryl, but that pitch is outside. The count's 1-1. It's a broken record, but it's one that has to be said.
They've had runners in scoring positions. We just haven't got some timely hits, or we could have broken this game open. But,
That pitch is inside, and the count's 2-1. Love for her to find a way to get on any way she can and get Hancock to the plate. 2-1 the count. That pitch is grounded foul, and there's an EC on the first base coach, Susan Beville. She tried to stop it with her foot, and it went under it.
Well, if we could. Oh, there's 2 outs. Just anything. Come on, Olivia.
2-2 the count.
Keep putting the bat on the ball. Good things will happen.
You love this Seneca team. 4 games in, they have battled hard. This is their 5th game. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that will end the inning. For Seneca, they do get 2 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There were no errors. They strand 2. 5 in the books. 6-5 Carthage.
Modern man does not like to think of God in terms of wrath, anger, and judgment. He likes to make God in his own idealism and give God the characteristics he wants him to possess.
So, what's so bad about that? Well, Billy Graham explained.
This modern God has the attributes of love, mercy, and forgiveness, but without justice. This means an absence of judgment and punishment for sin. To have meaning, man's life must be based upon law and a lawgiver. The Bible teaches that God is going to judge man. Today, Christ is our lawyer, our Savior, willing to forgive and to cleanse and forget. Secondly, you must receive Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you can receive him right now and trust him.
If you'd like to know more about that, go to findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
As Willis gets hit by a pitch. As Seneca, not much of a challenge. Some of the fans are saying she didn't pull the bat back, but no such challenge from the head coach. And now here comes Coach Barclay wanting to challenge it. And I'm guessing you're going to have to talk to the first base umpire to see if the bat gets back.
She pulled it back, but the question may be, did she even try to get out of the way? She squared up the bump, but then did she pull the bat back and stick her elbow out to try to get hit?
And so
that means no.
He didn't even bother coming in saying no. So a hit by pitch, and now you get back to the top of the order and Maya Williams.
Carthage looking for some insurance runs. We got to keep them off that.
That pitch is in there for a strike. Good throw by Davis. Actually hits the runner, but luckily it did not get very far away from Hancock. So runner at second. And an 0-1 count here on Williams.
Yeah, Williams just squaring the bunt just to, make the girls move while they steal. So
as here comes the 0-1. Did it again, and the pitch actually bounced in front of Davis. So taking third on the play is Willis. Stolen base, wild pitch.
1-1.
And the count 1-1 here on Williams.
We had a hard time getting her out.
Yes, she is 1 for 2. She flew out to right in the second. That was that excellent play by Card in right field. They come potentially suicide squeeze out at first, and then pitch sails high. So coming in to score is Willis on the sacrifice bunt. It's a 5-3 put out.
Number 7, Cadence Styles.
Styles comes to the plate, but that's also a situation there. Barry never looked the runner back, or not Barry, Williams. Summers. What's her? Summers.
Yeah, she didn't turn around to look, see where she was at, but she didn't have a whole lot of time at that speed.
Count is 1-0 as the pitch is low to Styles. As here comes the 1-0. And that is outside, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count here on Styles. Youngblood on deck. Stonebreaker hit the 3-run home run in the hole. Don't really want to get to her, especially in this inning with anybody on. 3-0 the count here on Styles. 1 out here in the inning. As this all of a sudden has become high scoring. The 3-0 pitch is outside for ball 4. So a 1 out walk. As a lot of Youngblood will come to the plate. Youngblood 1 for 3. She singled in the third. She's grounded out and popped out as well. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. We said our next Seneca broadcast will be on Friday night as the Indians football teams. That pitch is hit in the air to left field and deep. That one is trouble as well. It bounces up against the bottom of the fence as Wade will come in and field it. So runners will be at second and third as that's a hard hit double for Youngblood.
Now batting for Carthage.
So it got over the head of the left fielder, Andrews.
Yeah, it hit right there at the bottom of the fence. Long shot.
Stonebreaker 1 for 3. She has that 3-run home run in the 5th.
Well, it was just like this, second and third.
So the first pitch is outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0.
Same scenario, Ben. Second and third, 1 out.
I think there was no outs last time she was up. No, there was
there's
one
one,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, you're correct. So here comes the 1-0. That hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-1. Well, you notice earlier they were trying to jam her inside, and now they're staying away from her hands. She has gone outside twice.
Yeah. Don't be surprised.
So here comes the 1-1. That's low, and the count's 2-1. 2-1 the count here on Stonebreaker. Trying to stay away from where she can extend her hands. Here comes the 2-1. Now they try and bust it back inside, and that's high. And the count's 3-1.
You still got to be careful here, Ben.
The 3-1 goes for the outside corner, and it's low and outside. The bases are now loaded for Tori Buck. Buck 1 for 2. She singled in the third, walked in the 5th, struck out in the 1st. Now, Seneca did get a shutdown inning there in the 4th after scoring those 3 runs, but they couldn't score any of their own. Since then, as that pitch is high and tight, so the count's 1-0, they haven't been able to get a shutdown inning.
We need to hold them right here, Ben. I know we got 1 out and the base is loaded, but we need to hold them here with just 1 run scored. We got the top of the lineup coming up for Seneca. We can do some damage.
So the 1-0 was swung on and missed.
There you go.
So counts 1-1. Yeah, this might be, if Seneca can hold them, their best chance in the bottom half with 1, 2, and 3 due up.
Yeah.
That's against a different pitcher, too. A lot of Youngblood is done as here comes the 1-1. That hits the outside corner, and the count is 1-2. Youngblood's final line, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 base on ball, 4 strikeouts. She is in line for the win for Carthage. But the game will belong to Maddie Hill. That pitch is fouled off the catcher, and then the umpire. Looks like both Davis and the umpire are okay.
I think it got a piece of both of them. It looked like a pinball down, getting everybody.
Count remains 1-2.
It's a good pitch by Abby, a little high and tight. Girl tried to get around on it. 1-2. She's got to swing at, anything close.
And Seneca is playing in to gun that run at home if necessary. She fouls that one off her hands, and the count remains 1-2.
Another one high and tight.
Yeah, I mean, if she's not swinging at it, they'd be balls, but
yes.
They're having a hard time resisting those ones.
Well, you can't really let it go. At 1-2, don't let I always said don't let the umpire make the call.
Comes another 1-2. That hits the outside corner for strike 3, and that is a big second out for Jamrose.
Yes.
And Seneca as Emmy Stark comes to the plate. She's 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. She's hit ground balls all 3 times, second, first, and third.
Huge here. Get this third out.
With only 1 run coming in. Popped in the air.
Go.
King going to call for it at second base and snag it for the final out of the inning. For Carthage, they do get 1 run in the inning on 1 base hit. No errors. They strand 3, 5.5 in the books, 7-5 Carthage.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
The Bible says that our hearts are sinful, that it's full of evil imaginations.
Billy Graham.
The Bible says that our heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? That's the reason Christ said, except a man is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. I ask you tonight, wouldn't you like to have a new heart? Wouldn't you like to have Christ tonight who can forgive the past, give you joy and peace in the present, and change your life for the future? He can do it if you let him. Give your life to Christ tonight. Let him give you a new heart. Make you a new person.
What Jesus Christ offers you is nothing short of revolutionary. If you're ready to surrender your life to him, we can help. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Redo up for Seneca as they need 2 runs to tie here in the bottom of the 6th and 3 to take their first lead of the evening. As Hancock takes a ball low, counts 1-0. Hancock 1 for 3 on the day, singled in the 3rd, grounded out in the 4th, reached on an error in the 1st. The 1-0 pitch just popped in the air, foul. Tough play for the first baseman, second baseman, and right fielder lands in no woman's land, and the count's 1-1 in foul territory. Hancock catches a little bit of a break there.
Mm-hmm.
Counts 1-1.
Let's see if we can get Cordy to start us off this inning. Right here, Ben is the best chance we have. Score some pressure, make some pressure on Carthage, score some runs.
It's the 1-1. It's in the dirt. Apparently it missed her. The count's 2-1. King 0 for 3. Reached on an error in the 3rd. Jamrose 2 for 3. If you get to Summer flew out to right in the 5th. Grounded out and struck out. She's also 0 for 3. But none of these batters have faced Hill. That pitch is low and the count's 3-1. First batter that faced Hill was Andrews, and she was able to double. 3-1, Hancock way ahead, and what do you always say when it's 3-1, Daryl?
If it's in your wheelhouse, just let it go. If it's not, be patient.
3-1 hits the outside corner. Counts full at 3-2.
And sometimes that may be the best pitch she's going to see right there. But, now you got to protect her a little bit. You got to swing at it if it's close.
3-2 is popped in the air. Center fielder drifting over.
Yep.
And will snag it for out number 1.
Good hit. Good hard hit. But just
Willis had to drift to her left and was able to snag it. Yeah. One out here for King. King reached in the third, eventually came around and scored. But she's 0 for 3.
Well, she can get on with Jam Roast and Somers up. It would be huge.
As that first pitch is laced foul, and it's going to go towards the Carthage bullpen. I don't know if it went over it or not. Counts 0-1. Our next Seneca softball broadcast will be next Monday night as they face Neosho. Have 3 softball games next week and then the football game on Friday night, so it'll be a busy week next week. As the 0-1 is popped in the air,
trouble.
that is going to be trouble. It's going to fall for a single for Jolie King, and that's exactly what you were talking, Daryl. That just went over the second baseman's head and fell in front of the right fielder.
Got someone on now. Let's see if we got Jam Roast and Somers up. Let's see if we can't put some pressure on Carthage. Put some pressure on them. See if we can't get a run in.
Jam Roast 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles.
I'd take 3 in the lead.
So that first pitch is in there for a strike. So the count is 0-1. Jam Roast looking for her pitch. So here comes the 0-1. That pitch is hit to first, gets it, and then safe at second as King able to get in on the fielder's choice. It's a G3, and then good job by King to get to second base. As Summer comes to the plate, she's 0 for 3.
I think it's time she comes through, Ben. That means she's due, right?
That's what you keep on saying.
I know.
That first pitch is swung on and missed and counts 0-1. I think she was thinking what you were thinking.
She was trying to hit it over the baseball fence on that time.
She was trying to hit the 400 sign.
Yeah, she swung hard at it, but it was right there at her eye level.
The 0-1 pitch is up the middle for a single. With 2 outs, they're going to send the runner home, and she is safe. And because they sent the runner home and the throw goes home, some are able to go up to second base on the throw. It's a single, and then you're able to advance to second on the throw.
Yeah, you missed the cutoff person.
Davis 2 for 3 on the day. She doubled in the 5th.
She needs one right here now. One more to take at least tie.
Yes, here comes the first pitch to her. That hits the inside corner, so the count's 0-1. 2 outs here in the inning. Seneca has crawled on, gotten one back. The bottom of the lineup has been just as successful as the top. So that pitch is outside, so the count is 1-1. Barry, 2 for 2 with a walk. Andrews, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles.
They've been
Those
battling,
are your 7 and 8 hitters.
They've been battling all night long, Ben.
1-1 is swung on and missed, and the count now 1-2. That's a hard one to resist.
Yes, it is.
So 1-2 here on Davis. Seneca has never taken a lead. They tied it at 3 in the 3rd, and they've been trying to battle back since then. Ball poked out to right center field. The right fielder is able to snag it for out number 3. For Seneca, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. 6 in the books. It's 7-6 Carthage.
When Marines stormed an insurgent safe house in Iraq, they found themselves trapped in a room with a live enemy grenade. In one incredible act of courage and love, their wounded sergeant tucked the grenade under his body and died so others could live. And there's someone who loves you like that. It's Jesus, God's Son, who took the full brunt of the punishment for your sin when he, in the Bible's words, carried our sins in his body on the tree. You need this love. You need the man who died in your place. We'll help you get started with him at 888-NEED-HIM.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
They can watch it. Be huge, Ben, if we could get this done.
Okay, going back to you in 4, 3, 2.
And we welcome you back as top 7, we're not in the bottom of the 7th yet, getting ahead of myself. Top 7, Alyssa Smith, Lily Puritan, and Elizabeth Willis all coming to the plate here for Carthage. We're at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM. Neosho Joplin live online at kneo.org. As that first pitch is high and outside, the count's 1-0. Smith, Puritan, and Willis are the 3 due up. Smith 0 for 2 with a walk. Puritan 1 for 3. Willis 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch.
No, we got to keep this. We got to get this out, Ben, with no runs here.
And it's 7, 8, 9. You don't want the top of the order to come to the plate at all here in the 7th. So that pitch is high, and the count is 2-0. Top of the order has done the most damage, but, that insurance run in the 6th is big, Darryl, because that was a hit by pitch, and Willis came around and scored. Seneca lucky to limit that damage to 1 run, as Will Smith takes ball high, and the count's 3-0.
Walks, hit by pitches, and errors.
Haven't been a ton of errors for Seneca, but there have been a plethora of walks here today. And both these teams, regardless of who wins, as that 3-0 is in there for strikes, the count's 3-1, are going to talk about all the stranded runners that they have. Carthage has left 8 through 6. Seneca has left 8 through 6 as well. As here comes the 3-1. That hits the outside corner, and the count's full now at 3-2. Smith taking all the way both times. Count's full here on Smith. Here comes the 3-2 from Jamrose. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and Darryl, I think she took a little bit off on that pitch.
Well, she threw, 2 straight fastballs. One on the inside, one on the outside. Then she come back with a changeup over the middle of the plate, and she just couldn't hold back.
As Puritan comes to the plate, she's 1 for 3.
Get 2 more quick outs here, and let's get back and score.
That first pitch is on the outside corner, so the count's 0-1. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. It's been an entertaining one throughout. Comes the 0-1. That pitch is high for a ball. So the count's 1-1. Seneca will send their 6, 7, and 8 players to the plate in the 7th, but you want it to only be a 1-run game. 1-1 the count here on Puritan. Comes the 1-1. That hits the outside corner, and the count is 1-2. That insurance run there in the 6th right now is the difference in the game. 1-2 the count. Here comes the 1-2. That is inside, maybe low as well, and the count is 2-2.
That's the off-speed pitch she came with on the inside.
As here comes the 2-2 offering from Jamrose. That is outside, and the count's full at 3-2. She was set up outside, so.
Yeah.
Barry, 2 for 2 for Seneca with a walk. Andrews, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Card, 0 for 3. Those are the 3 scheduled hitters for Seneca in the bottom half. Full count offering, popped up in the air. Hancock calling for it out there at shortstop. And there's 2 down now for Willis. Willis, 0 for 2, strikeout, pop out. She was hit by a pitch in the 6th. I think that's the one that hit her, and they were wondering if she didn't get the bat back.
Right. She's one to come around and scored.
That's the game-winning run right now. That first pitch hits the outside corner, so the count is 0-1. So here comes the 0-1 from Jamrose, and that's high. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Count 1-2. And that's pretty much exactly where you want to put it.
Yeah, it's a good pitch there on the outside part of the plate, low and outside.
Yes, here comes the 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That one then, and nothing doing for Carthage here in the top of the 7th. Seneca needs 1 to tie and 2 to win in the bottom half on the KNEO Sports Network.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Barry will lead off the bottom of the 7th for Seneca. Barry, Andrews, and Card are the 3 due up for Seneca, 6, 7, and 8. Barry, 2 for 2 with a walk. Andrews, 2 for 3. Those are your first 2 hitters for the Lady Indians, who just need 1 run to tie.
She's hot tonight. Let's put some pressure on Carthage right here, Barry.
So that first pitch is swung on and missed, so the count is 0-1.
Good swing.
First batter of the inning here for Seneca. I wasn't paying attention, but I think that was a ball, so the count's 1-1.
That was a ball in the dirt.
Had my head down for a second, and she managed to pitch the ball during that time.
Let's see if Carthage pitcher can handle the pressure, trying to end it.
The 1-1 is shot foul down that first baseline. Counts 1-2. And that sun, as it's setting, is directly in the first baseman and the second baseman's eye, as well as that right fielder. Second baseman and the right fielder have sunglasses. I don't know if the right fielder does. Second baseman has sunglasses on, but the first baseman and the right fielder don't. So that pitch is high, so it counts 2-2. I can't tell if the right fielder does. She's shielding her eyes, too. I think she might have sunglasses on. It's hard to tell from this distance. But
I know this time of day is tough on that field.
So here comes the 2-2, and that's in the dirt. And Barry has worked it from 1-2 to 3-2. You're just looking for base runners.
Yeah, we'll take a base runner any way we can get it.
As it's a full count now on Barry. So here comes the 3-2. Popped in the air a mile high. It's in foul territory, and the third baseman, Youngblood, is going to snag it for out number 1. Youngblood went from pitcher to third. But if you're Barry, you have to swing at that because it was in the strike zone.
Yeah, it was in the upper level of the strike zone, and, you just can't let those pitches go.
As Josie Andrews comes to the plate, she's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles.
Tell you what, this little girl swings a bat.
So that pitch is inside for a ball, and the count's 1-0.
She may not be the biggest dog out there, but I'm telling you what, she's a tough one on out, and she swings the bat good.
Seneca has 2 home games next week that we will have. That pitch is foul, ticked back to the backstop. The count's 1-1. Neosho on Monday, then they open up big play on Tuesday against McDonald County. We'll have Thursday's game as they travel to Cassville, and then Friday they're at home against Logan Rogersville at 2 o'clock, and there will not be a broadcast that day. 1-1 is hit on a hop to third, throws over to first, and the first baseman can't field it, and now she's going to try and get to second, and she's going to be in there safely. And Daryl,
yes,
that's exactly what you're talking about. That first baseman, it was on a hop, and you're looking directly into the sun.
Oh, it's tough. The third baseman got the ball plenty of time, but she short hopped her. If she would have skipped it, 15 feet in front of her, it's an easy out, or threw it to her, it's an easy out. But she gave her the short hop, and that's tough as a first baseman to come up with.
So 1 out, runner on second for Rose Card.
Here's the break we need right here.
So counts 0-1. She takes that pitch on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. Swung on and missed. And the count's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes here on Card. That's outside. Good job by her to lay off, and the count is 1-2. Olivia Wade on deck, and then if you can get back to the top of the order, and Cordy Hancock. So the 1-2 hits the inside corner for strike 3, and there's 2 down now for Olivia Wade. They're just trying to find a way to get on base. Yes, here comes first pitch, and that's fouled back to the screen, and the count is 0-1.
Put the ball in play. Put pressure on Carthage. Just
That's exactly what happened with Andrews.
Yeah, Andrews did a good job. Put the ball in play, and good things can happen.
0-1 the count here on Wade. That pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 0-2. Now you need to fight here if you're Wade.
Anything close, you got to be swinging at it.
So here comes the 0-2 offering. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the contest. Seneca falls to 2-3 overall. Carthage improves to 3-2 overall. The post-game show, sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District, will take a 2-minute timeout. Come back and wrap up the broadcast after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride. At Missouri.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better.
Back for the final time, the post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Seneca falls here by a final score of 7-6, but Daryl, it was a well-played game. I mean, Seneca trailed throughout. Carthage scored the first 3 runs. They were able to tie it, but then, you know, they were playing from behind, and there at the end, they just couldn't get that timely hit. You know, I didn't calculate this, but they stranded so many runners in scoring position here tonight.
Well, when you was doing up the statistics here, Ben, you said Seneca out-hit Carthage
11-7.
We had them in scoring position. We couldn't get the right hit at the right time. And this, I'm telling you what, this team fought back, fought hard all game long. Carthage would get out, but Seneca would come back, tied up the score, stayed right with them, put all the pressure on Carthage. We just couldn't get the right hit at the right time.
Carthage's Lottie Youngblood picks up the win, 4 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Maddie Hill picks up the save, 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts. For Seneca, no decision for Kinley Sommer. She went 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Jamrose takes the loss, 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Seneca's final line, 6 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, 8 stranded. Carthage's final line, 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 8 left on base. That will do it for us here this evening as Seneca falls. Our next Seneca softball broadcast will be next Monday night as Neosho comes to town. That's a 4:30 start. Our next Seneca football broadcast will be Friday night as Seth Wilson will join Daryl and I in Mount Vernon for what should be a good one. 6:15 pregame show, 6 or 7 o'clock kickoff from Mount Vernon. You can watch that game live on our website at kneo.org. For our studio producer, Luke Taylor, for Coach Daryl Harbaugh and Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Seneca, the postgame show, sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. We'll join Adventures in Odyssey, already in progress here on KNEO.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.